Baby Doll, and I'm coming today to talk to you about something that we all hear about often: waist sizes. You know these songs, 34, 24, 36, and how it went from here to here. An overall size 18-20 to a size 2-4. Pretty drastic because it was over half of my body mass. I've been this size now for about 9 years. Nobody really knows the perfect waist size. It's going to be a different waist size for all of us because of genetics, your body type, just the way that you're made up overall, the way that you eat, your lifestyle, and your stress levels. So all of that is going to affect the way that your waistline appears. I told you all in a previous video about belly fat. You get something called visceral fat. That's the bad fat that forms around our abs, which is the same thing that interferes with the shape of your waist. Women should aim to be below 35-inch waist. Men should aim to be about 40-inch and below waist. Keep that in mind with any kind of healthy lifestyle and regimen and what you're aiming for in a weight loss goal. I was literally shaped like an apple. Think of an apple and think of me. Me plus apple. That was what I looked like. It's gonna have to do with your stress levels and your overall body makeup. A lot of those things help to shape and form your waist. If you're stressed out, you're more likely to accumulate fat and cortisol around your waist. A lot of us have a lot of stress in our lives, so that causes your midsection to bloat. Genetically, all of us are not meant to have 34, 24, 36. Men, everybody's not meant to have 35-inch waist. You have to think in terms of what's gonna be healthy for you, your size, what you're attempting to achieve, and be real about what you can get to. So the number one thing I'm going to tell you to do is reduce the number of calories you have in a day. It takes 3,500 calories to create a pound. So you're thinking in terms of a pound of fat. When you cut calories, try cutting at least 500 calories. 500 times 7 days, 3,500 calories. Once you cut that, you will have burned a pound a week. You can get apps on your phone such as Lose It, MyFitnessPal. There's so many out there that you're able to track your own calories with for free. Low dairy, lean meats, and vegetables. And fruits as well. But be careful of those sugary fruits, especially if you're trying to reduce your waist size. I had the most stubborn belly fat that somebody could ever know. It was so hard to reduce the size of my waist out of every other part of my body. I was walking around here with little bitty legs. My arms was getting smaller and more shapely, but my waist wouldn't go nowhere. I would do 6 weeks on no rice, no bread, no sugar, and no pasta. Only allowing myself that on the weekends. That was when I started to see that definition. Another thing I did was I increased the amount of time that I was actually exercising. I was getting consistent and also quality exercise. I like to rotate what I was doing. I would go to the gym for long spurts of time, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. I would spend about 10 minutes on almost every machine. I did something called Around the World. Go around and work out on different machines. That would keep me from getting bored. I would spend about 10 minutes walking, 10 minutes running, 10 minutes on a tread climber, 10 minutes on an elliptical, 10 minutes on a bike, or 10 minutes on a spinning bike. I found the maximal amount of calories and belly fat burn because I was burning calories over my whole body. When you first start off, you're not going to be able to do high intensity, so stick with the low intensity. Just do something that you can stay interested in, even if you start off walking. Get crunk with your cardio. I hear a lot of people tell me, oh my god, I can't stand being in the gym. Get you some good music. I like crunk ratchet music. If I turn on some Ratchet 2 Chainz or some T.I. and turn it up and hit it hard. I love gospel music, don't get me wrong, but when I'm working out, I need to be going hard in the paint. Keeps me motivated when I'm doing my cardio. Another thing is to be aware of strength training on your overall body. Make sure that you're lifting weights and doing resistance exercises because they're going to help to form and shape the body. Muscle tissue helps you burn more calories than your fat tissue does. A lot of these workouts out there that are just pushing you to look at one body part, that's not what you want. You want an overall body workout. It's gonna get that heart pumping. You might not be losing weight in the exact area that you want to lose weight because you can't spot reduce, but you'll be losing weight all over your body, giving your body a chance to shape and form. My belly fat was the last thing to go. My shape and my waistline was the last thing I saw to come in. You have to make sure that you give your body time to adjust to those workouts and adjust to changing and switching up your workout, and also just getting used to being active again. This next one, y'all might be a little bit confused because I did just say you can't spot reduce, but if you're trying to reduce the size of your core, it is good to do exercises geared towards the core. That's why you incorporate cardio that's focusing on the whole body, and then you're shaping and forming what you're doing by that resistance training and also core exercises. Focus on abdominals, plank exercises, your obliques, lower back, side crunches, side bends, deadlifts. Think of it in terms of building up underneath while that fat is coming off.
Now it's time for Beautiful Brown Baby Doll news. Hey guys, here's some exercises I thought that you might enjoy. You're going to do them 15 times each for 3 rounds and at least 2 times a week. The first one is plank dips. Pretty simple, just doing a plank from side to side, holding your back very in line. The next one is side cinchers. It's kind of like a side plank, and you're pulling your arm and leg in. Next is T-stand stabilizers. That one is basically where you're taking a plank and you're twisting it. You could add in a push-up for added resistance. Next is scissor crunches. You all know this one. It's simple, back to the floor, bringing the knees to the elbows. The next is oblique push-ups. And you're basically doing a plank and stepping inward, twisting the obliques. Now the fun one is football runs. And this one, you're going to count to 8 while running, jump down on the ground, and try to hold the plank for about a second or 2. Continue to repeat this. Next is going to be your push-up jacks. You're going to jump outward and pull back up into a plank. Now back to our regular scheduled programming.
Another thing I learned about my waist size was it was about creating an illusion. I got these big old football shoulders. They create an illusion of an even smaller waist because I have that bigger arm ratio. All of this area of my body appears smaller. My shoulders come out a little bit more, creating the illusion of an hourglass shape. My very own waistline is anywhere from a 26 to a 27. But most people would assume I'm much smaller. That illusion is created building muscles in my arms. Another way you can make your waist look even smaller is to build up your butt and your thighs and your legs and your bottom region in a healthy manner. Squats, lunges, deadlifts and squats, low numbers with higher levels of weight. Do this 2 times a week, increasing the weight. Start off without weight and then increase to a point where you're able to do it with weight. A lot of benefits doing those lunges and squats with weights because you're building the resistance. You get more muscles in those glutes, those legs, along with having a more toned upper body. Be formed and shaped in a way that appears to make you more curvy. There's been so much talk about what you can and cannot do as far as core exercises. It's actually proven that it's okay to work your ab muscles every day. Those muscles are set up to not get as fatigued. Another thing I learned across this journey is it's all about the way that you eat. If you're eating high-fat foods and expecting for your waist to be drawn in, you might as well wear a waist trainer every day. You're not going to see the results without putting in work in your food as well. You want those whole grains, you want fiber to help flush the system, lean meats, protein to help build your muscles, low fat dairy, low dairy as well, so that it helps with the bloatation. I don't play around with the milk too much. Fruits and vegetables are a given. They're going to contain any antioxidants and vitamins that your body needs. There are so many studies out there about how much water we should be getting. 125 ounces or something like that for men, 91 for women in the last studies that were published. Know your dehydration levels and know what it feels like to feel flushed out. You know what it feels like when you feel dry and you feel down and your body feels toxic. Though I said that was the last one, this is the real last one. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting surgery, but I want you to realize what you can do on your own first. Sometimes we get to the end of our weight loss goals and we find that our body still hasn't shaped and formed the way that we want to, and we might be in a healthy weight. I think at that point it's okay to seek out the help of a plastic surgeon who can help you achieve the goals that you want. The problem I have sometimes with plastic surgery is just that instead of working hard, people opt for that. But if you worked hard and you still can't reach your goals, I don't see anything wrong with seeking the help of a plastic surgeon because they can help you get to that next level. I hope that this video has been good for you all. Please let me know below other topics you would like to see me discuss in health. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and talk to me about some of your health and fitness goals. I hope that today was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.